Hi and welcome to Lisburn Distillery TV, the match highlight show.
Tonight's featured game sees Lisburn Distillery make the long trip to Mid-Ulster to take on Tobermore United in the Bluefin Sports Premier Intermediate League game.
Lisburn Distillery went into this game as league leaders, but they knew with other teams breathing down their necks that victory was vital, while for the hosts Tobermore, they knew that 3 points would see them move up into the top half of the table. Let's have a look at the footage to see what happened.
Well, Lydia, what did we make of that one?
I mean, it was poor.
Heartbreaking.
I mean, unfortunately, it was poor. I mean, I think too many off days. I think in football you might be able to get away with 1, maybe 2 off days, but you can't get away with 11 off days, and it's a shame. But it's something that we need to move on from quite quickly. Yeah,
individual errors cost us on Saturday. Unfortunately, all the coaching in the world can't prevent those, really.
No, they can't. And fair play to Tobermore, because they pounced on those errors. But you shouldn't be making them, especially not 3 in a game. No, and it's a shame. But I think it was the 2 goals quite close together in the first half that really killed it.
And the third was quite quick after.
The third one was quite soon after the break. And I think by that stage, they hadn't made any subs or anything, and so by that stage, maybe the game was just past us, and it's a shame. And now Connor Corey out injured as well, potentially. But you know what? We're not at this side of the table by accident. And I think we just need to put it behind us, draw a line under it, and move on quickly.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. If we look at the other results in the Premier Intermediate League on Saturday, we'll see that elsewhere, Queen's University lost 2-1 to Donegal Celtic, despite the fact that Donegal Celtic were down to 10 men during that game. Dundela recorded a thumping 5-0 win over Sports and Leisure, and Portstewart picked up 3 valuable points with a big win over fellow strugglers Anna United. Newington were also defeated once again, losing 3-0 at home to Myola Park.
If we now look at the league table, we can see that despite their defeat, the Whites remain top of the table, but that was mainly thanks to Queen's also losing. However, Dundela have moved menacingly into second place, only 1 point behind us and with a game in hand, so that's one to look out for. Meanwhile, at the bottom, Newington defeat has left them rooted to the foot of the table.
After the game, Lydia caught up with Barry Moore to see what his take was on the game, and here's what Barry had to say.
Barry, not a great day at the office here today. What are your thoughts on the match?
I just think we didn't show up really, and they wanted it more. They worked hard off the ball, and we didn't get any time at the back. They they had a game plan, put the ball in behind us, had a couple of good wingers, decent up top, and like I said, we didn't show up. We could have played all day, probably not scored. Didn't really create much, and just glad it's over really.
There was a few uncharacteristic mistakes in there today. In terms of personnel, how do we come back from that and put those mistakes behind us?
At the end of the day, it's a team game. So if someone does make a mistake, you get behind them, pick them up again. I think the boys themselves know the first 2 goals were 2 probably individual mistakes, and just forget about it and move on. Feel sorry for the boys who have made the mistakes, but like I said, it's a team game, and next week, if they're back in against Colin Valley, then they'll do the job, and I can't see them making mistakes like that again.
On the Colin Valley game then, it's a game against lower league opposition in the Cup. Is that a really good chance to put a really good performance out and put this one behind us?
Hopefully. I was looking at the results and they've been doing alright, so and I know Mac and Geordie, like last week against Newtown, they'll probably bring in and make a few changes to get some of the boys who haven't been playing in. So we just need to go and be as professional as we can, do a job. We don't want to go and be complacent, especially after today. We need a big result next week to pick us up again.
Good. Barry, thank you for speaking to me today, and all the best for next week.
Cheers.
So that brings us to the end of another episode of the Lisburn Distillery TV Match Highlight Show.
As ever, on behalf of Colin and myself, thank you very much for watching. I've been Lydia Campbell.
I've been Colin Hopkins.
Come on, you Whites.